Hello, my name is Chris Eldridge, and Tony Rice was my mentor and teacher when I was young, when I was 19 years old, and I'm 38 years old now. But he was very dear to me, and we talked about music and musicianship and being a musician, what that meant, what was involved. We didn't really talk at all about being a guitar player or playing guitar. But that said, I was a very keen student of his kind of before he became my teacher. And so I'm going to play a tune of his now, or a tune that he recorded called Gold Rush. And, you know, his right hand works differently than mine does. So I can't use it. My right hand isn't exactly how Tony's was. But I know his arrangement, and I'll play you his arrangement, and I'll point out some of the neat things that he does, in my opinion. So here we go. One, two, 1, 2, 3. So that's a version of Tony Rice's Gold Rush. And one of the things that Tony would do when he would play, first of all, he had the greatest sense of timing, the greatest touch, the greatest tone. But he also had a really interesting way that he would improvise. So the second time through the tune, he starts to improvise, and he would play a lot of things. He would use the blues scale a lot. Blues scale being basically a minor pentatonic scale with the addition of a sharp fourth. So his first solo, So that's really blues scale. And then interesting, he doesn't go, he goes. And again. Sorry. Woo. And then, this is a very Tony Rice-like lick. So that's that same kind of vocabulary. Now notice when he does that little pull off, he's not pulling off down like that. He goes up. And that's a very subtle difference, but the tone is kind of the sound you get out of the guitar. It's kind of harder to do that way, but you get a different sound out of the guitar. So another neat thing that Tony would do is he would often use an open string to move around the neck. So kind of going from his second solo into the third, he does this cool thing. So it goes. I'll play from the end of the second time through. So he goes. Sorry. So he used these open strings. Open strings allow him to move from low to high. And you get this really elegant sound. And then he uses that same trick to get back down. So he uses that open string again. So on. And yeah, one thing that I should note is that I just Tony's right hand was so unique, but my right hand doesn't really work like that. He would often, when he was playing, when he would play consecutive downstrokes, he would often flip his pick around. That just is uncomfortable. It hurts my hand, so I don't do that. But he had a very interesting way that he touched the guitar. By the way, the lick at the end of the song is a very Tony Rice way to end a song or begin a song. Interesting thing he does there is actually plays an octave here. And in the song, he does something similar. Not that. That's how he plays that melody. And then the last thing that I wanted to mention about Tony is that although my right hand doesn't really work like his, I'll show you, I can demonstrate how his right hand did work and some of what made it so special. On that same record, Church Street Blues, there's a song called Church Street Blues. And Tony has this really beautiful way that he plays it on guitar. The song was written by Norman Blake, but Tony kind of reinvented it. And it's kind of all about how he is using his right hand to pull tone out of the guitar, using different sweeps and things. So you can play Church Street Blues. It's very intricate and very cross-picked. I'm just going to play the verse. And you can play it using alternate picking, and it sounds fine. I'll demonstrate. Nothing wrong with that. But that's not how Tony played it. Tony played it like this, and he would use sweeps. Much more beautiful that way. Again, the first way, Tony's way. It's subtle, but makes a big difference. And Tony played everything for the sound. That's why he's the greatest bluegrass player that has ever lived, and why he was such a master. Very grateful for Tony Rice. Thank you for paying attention and honoring him.